So last week, I mentioned that it was just a really rough week for me. One of the roughest weeks I've had in like a long time. Like in the last 5 or 6 years, I think last week was one of the hardest, which is crazy, right? And that's life just happens that way. You have like really good seasons and then you have like not so great seasons. And last week was one of them where everything was just thrown at me. And my nervous system was really amped up. I couldn't regulate my emotions. I was dealing with a lot of stuff and like every single area of my life. It was just one of those weeks. And so, a lot of those things have not died down. They're still thriving and still a nuisance. But this week I decided to show up differently. I was going to operate differently. I was going to think differently. I was going to feel differently because I didn't like the experience I had last week. And I didn't like that version that I was last week. And so this week on Sunday, I wrote a journal entry where I set the intention of how I wanted to show up this week, regardless of everything that was going on in my life. And just by writing down how I was going to show up differently, it's changed my mood, it's changed my energy, it's changed the way I think and how I operate this week. I feel like a better person. I feel like I have a lot of power and control back, and I just feel like a badass. I really do. And so if you're struggling and you don't like a certain version of yourself and how you're dealing with things and you want to change your experience, do something as simple as writing a journal entry of how you want to show up. Bonus or brownie points if you create a vision board, because that's what I did. So in addition to writing the journal entry, I created a vision board where I pulled like 3 or 4 images of how I wanted to show up differently this week and the experiences I wanted this week. And regardless if I receive those experiences or not, just by showing up differently is more than enough, because how you show up is how you're going to create those experiences, right? And so that's what I did, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling bomb. I'm feeling hot. I'm feeling smart. I'm feeling abundant, regardless of anything that's going on. So do that. Write a journal entry, how you're going to show up this week, how you're going to show up next week, or how you're just going to show up in the situation that you're dealing with. Because we're all dealing with something, right? We're all struggling. We're all having our challenges. And if you don't like how you're showing up and you don't like that experience that you're having, write a journal entry about how you're going to show up differently. Be in your power. Take that control back, because you are the author, the creator of your own story, your own life. And if you don't like it, change it.